All right. Welcome back, guys. This is where we last left off, right? We returned some coffee mugs. Okay. We already filled out everything that we need to do for that transaction. So this is where we left off, okay? Katie's Coffee Corner, okay, decides to return 2 broken coffee mugs and wants a full refund, okay? And she wants that refund or credit to be applied onto invoice number 101. So, Mr. Albert Allen is not really doing a good job. He already broke 2 coffee mugs, okay? So in this case, how would I need to journalize this? Okay. Katie's asking us for a full refund and wants it to be applied to her invoice number 101.
And we're going to increase sales returns and allowances and decrease accounts receivable.
Good, right? Because in this case, Katie hasn't paid yet, and she wants to have it applied to the invoice anyway. So she doesn't even want her money back. She wants it to be deducted from her invoice. Now, since she still owes us money, right? So we are going to reduce accounts receivable. And in this case, because Katie is a customer, we have a sales returns and allowances, right? This is a full-on return. Right? What account number is that?
Is it 45,000?
45, 1, 2, 3. And last but not least,
Accounts receivable is 11,000.
okay. Now, Katie, all right, let's go ahead and see. She wants to return a total of 2 coffee mugs, okay? Now, let's go ahead and visit right back up to that selling price bracket. How much did I sell that coffee cup to her?
$4.99.
$4.99 because we sold it to her as a reseller. So in this case, right, she gets the discounted selling price amount, okay, of $4.99. Okay. Now, we don't charge our customers who are resellers, right, any tax. So therefore, all she's getting back is her $4.99 per cup, and she gets 2 of them back. Okay? So in this case, pretty straightforward. You could do your math in Excel. $4.99 times 2. She should get $9.98 back. So what should my note say?
Katie's Coffee Corner, 2 mugs at $4.99 each. Invoice 101, full refund. Or applied to invoice 101.
Perfect. So what do we do now?
We post our general ledger.
Post to the general ledger. Good. After journal always comes the ledger. So in this case, we got a sales, returns, and allowances. Here we are. What's my item here?
I put. Katie's Coffee Corner. I put invoice 101R for return. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay.
2 mugs at $4.99 each.
Okay, post reference.
General Journal 9.
Yes, we are still on 9.
And then we're going to debit for $9.98.
All right.
And then next we go to accounts receivable.
Accounts receivable.
And there I just put invoice 101R or refund.
Okay, good.
Then General Journal 9. And we're going to credit for $9.98, giving us a total grand debit total of $163.41.
Good. 163.41.
And then next I went to the subsidiary ledger
Good.
into Katie's Coffee Corner under customers. I put the date. Refunded 2 mugs at $4.99. There I put 101R. Or I don't really necessarily have to put the R there, right?
No, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want to make sure that this refund is applied to invoice 101 because that's what she asked us to do.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of giving her money back. So in this case, that's good that you're making an association that this return belongs to 101 and that we're going to apply it to that invoice 101.
Okay. General Journal 9. And then we're going to go down to sales returns and allowances and put the $9.98. Yeah, it deducts it from the total.
Okay. Good. I'm also going to make sure that I put this here in case like we do issue more than one invoice to Katie. So that's, I'm going to leave it there on the side. Good.
Just a clarification, it doesn't affect our inventory because they're broken. It's not like we can resell them, so we're not putting them back into inventory, right?
Excellent. Good. Yes. We can't put it back into inventory because they're broken. It's no use to us. So in this case, I don't think we even asked Katie to even give it back to us. He just reissued the refund and that was it. Yes, no point to have Albert go and collect those broken mugs, right? It's kind of pointless. But yes. Good. So we don't need to update our inventory at all because, you know, it's broken. It's considered as a sale. It's done. It's over with. Okay. Anything else?
Oh. Does that affect his commission?
Okay, so in this agreement, he's only getting 10%. You know, that's only gonna be like what 90 cents off. So no, we're just gonna let him keep it, no matter if he got returns, discounts, or any of that. We're gonna let him keep whatever his full original sales amount was, because we don't want to take 90 cents away from his paycheck or from his earnings. Okay, especially because it's only 90 cents, even though it was his fault. We're not going to penalize him for that. We know he's a beginner worker. And now next time he should, package a little better and drive a little more careful. So in this case, when you hire those people, you have to unfortunately train them to a point to groom them into a better employee. Well, in this case, he's an independent contractor. So yeah, but if he continues to keep breaking all this stuff, we got to let him go. Find someone new. But good. Excellent. Nope. So his commissions are completely intact. And that's it for this transaction. Okay. So then what else has happened here? The corner bookstore also complained that he wants to make a return on 4 broken crack coffee mugs. Okay, but he's willing to accept a discount amount. Okay, so in this case, he gets 50% off. So maybe Albert talked to him and was convincing him to keep the mugs because they're broken. And give him a 50% refund, right? And he agrees. So he says, okay. And he wants it to be applied to his invoice 102. So in this case, right, we are going to give him a discount off of those mugs. And we're going to apply it to the invoice number 102. All right, so in this case, we have just exactly enough space for this transaction here. If you don't, go ahead and just add an extra line in there in case you don't have 3 lines. All we need is 3 for this one. Okay. So, Albert did it again. Another customer complained about receiving 4 broken coffee mugs.
So we're gonna do the same transaction where we did earlier, beside the number, right?
Yes.
Let's copy and paste them.
Okay. But this time, what is different?
He- we still gonna charge them 50%.
Yes. So it costs $4.99 per mug. It's gonna return 4 of them. But he's also getting a 50% discount. So how much is my total sales returns and allowances here?
It is 998.
$9.98. Good. Okay. So what should my notes say here?
In the corner bookstore, return for my, I mean, they give you the cube format for 50% discount.
Good. Okay. So I'm going to call that an allowance. 2 mugs at $4.99. For, oops, 50% discount. Applied. There we go. Okay. So here I put the corner bookstore. Right? He got an allowance. Oh, for 4, not 2. For 4 mugs at $4.99 for 50% discount to be applied to invoice number 102.
And then now we're gonna go to the space return the items on the latest decimal again.
What should be my note here?
Invoice number 102. Return format.
So what's my total ending balance in my sales returns and allowances account?
Up one plus my um, debits minus the credits.
Mm-hmm.
1996.
$19.96.
And I think the account receivable. Yes.
Oh, I realized we didn't put a coding on this one. We'll keep it consistent since Sony used R. We'll make this invoice 102R.
So since we have invoice number registered on account receivable, we cannot readjust that, right?
What's your question again?
My question is on invoice 102, we have a debit amount of 63.87, right?
Uh-huh.
So do you have to do the new transaction or you can readjust that amount?
No. In this case, we would have to just follow the same lines here where if I'm going to do a return in here, I cannot adjust that one. That one's already in the books already. I would have to just manually enter in that subtracting out that $9.98, and then on my subsidiary ledger, that's when I can actually make my adjustment there. But in this case, no, you have to keep it the way it is.
All right. Debit amount 998. Okay, 153.43.
Good. 153.43.
Is it for lecture or accountant not able to do that? I mean, in general, I mean, I just want to ask that.
To journalize them separately or to have that R.
This is how they do all the time at work, or this is for lecture purpose.
No. Yes. You always, especially when you have a customer that returns something to you, you always are going to issue them a credit memo. Now, there's ways that you can issue a credit memo, right? We talked about this in QuickBooks, right? You can either apply it to an invoice, give them their money back, or you can hold it as a future credit so they can apply it to another invoice. Now, in this case, if the customer demands that they want it to be applied on an invoice, then you could do so. So then when they make a payment, it's going to be significantly less. But in this case, yes, you're going to have to journalize everything separately. And that's how you do it in real life. You do need to create a separate credit memo, and you do need to make an association to exactly which invoice, because once again, if for that specific invoice, what if they purchase a particular item and then the next time they buy something, it's not that item? So you definitely want to make sure that you do make those linkage to those specific invoices, and you do make like some kind of note on there that this is either a refund, return, allowance, whatever it is that you want to call it. Yeah, so you definitely have to create a separate one, and it's called a credit memo.
So the next transaction will be the subsidiary ledger on a customer side.
What's my note going to be here?
So that would be our
It's $4.99 a cup.
Or 999. Yeah.
Okay, invoice number.
R
General journal.
9.
And go all the way down to the sales return, the allowances for
998. $2.89.
yeah, so yep, $93 or sorry, $53.89 is what he owes for this invoice. And I put it up here so in case we do sell, because we will sell more to these people, and we want to make sure that we keep them separate.
Can you please put your cursor on the accounts receivable? I want to see. Is there a formula there on the 998?
Oh yeah, it's the one that we did previously up here.
Yeah.
I just dragged it down, that's all.
Okay.
So it's going to be your sales, okay, minus your prepaid or advance payment, minus any sales returns, minus any discounts, minus your payments.
Got it. Okay. I got it wrong because I went up and then to the left.
Okay, no. This one,
So you said at the sales.
yeah,
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
That's it.
that's it. So now Albert also delivered to Super A Market.
The new general journal. That's this one.
Yeah. New General Journal number 10. Okay, so how do we take care of this one? How do we journalize this one?
So we have sales, right? This is sales.
This is sales. Good.
Yeah, we have account receivable here,
Okay.
and then offers. Gonna use, yeah, we can use that shortcut. Yeah, instead of checking, we use account receivable.
So accounts receivable, right? Sales for regular coffee, sales for Supreme Coffee, and We also sold some ceramic coffee mugs and delivery charge. Okay. So let's go ahead and fill in those numbers. Oh, I guess I accidentally carried some numbers over. So what was my total accounts receivable?
$498.80.
$498.80 in this case. I'm gonna save that section right there to just equal sum up there, so then I can just see if I matched my answers there. So how much was the sales for the regular coffee?
$164.50.
$164.50. Supreme coffee
$179.55.
and the coffee mugs
$124.75.
and the delivery charge.
$30.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna make a quick and simple one so I don't have to double up again to see if each of my debits match my credits. I'm just gonna do my simple formula here. And I get 498.80, which is correct. $98.80. Right? Good. So
We
what?
sold to Super A Market.
Okay, good.
Invoice number 103. And then 1% net 20.
Good. What's next? Now that we finally finished our journal, what's the next thing we gotta do?
Go to our general ledger.
Yes, we gotta go to a general ledger. Perfect. We're already here in our accounts receivable account.
Invoice number one. Journal entry. Net debit amount of 498.80.
What's my ending balance in my account receivable account?
I got 650 to 20.
Good, right? Good.
Invoice 103, 50 pounds. Milk Journal 10. And then we're gonna credit for 164.50.
Good.
197.40 is what I got total.
Mm.
Oh wait. Oh, missing something.
246.75.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, yeah.
You put in the wrong side or typoed. So yes, it should be 246.75.
Yes, got it.
So we go to Supreme Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
621, invoice number 103, 50 pounds.
And I think we sold 40,
How much you sold? 40?
45.
40 or 45?
Let's see. Yes, we sold for the Supreme Coffee. We only sold 45 pounds.
Okay. Credit on 179.12. And comes 259.35.
259.35. Excellent.
Can you wait a second? Because I got stuck on the previous one. Let me catch up on this, and if you don't mind going back to the previous after. Yeah, that's regular coffee, yes.
Mhm.
Just give me 1 minute, please.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that for me again? Because I entered everything on the debit, which is totally wrong.
Okay. So for credit, it's similar except just one number is off. So in this case, right, it's going to
Okay, so
be up 1, right, plus left 2, okay, which is your 164.50, minus your blank cell 3 cells to the left. So your debits of 0, which is to the left 3. And that should give you your credit balance.
So you have 49, 35. Okay. Okay. Can you show me the Supreme Coffee, please? Thank you.
Okay. So next one we have is the Suburban Coffee Mugs.
Can you go back to the invoice?
Which one? Oh, to the invoice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. 25. General Journal 10 for 124.75. 396.20.
Three. Yes. Three. What? Three. Yes.
28, 29. You got 29? I don't know. There must be some. Okay, I put 74. It should be 75.
Is it 74, 75? 124. I have 124.75. Let's check the invoice.
Okay. Now I got 29.
Okay. 124.75. Good.
We're in the mugs, correct?
Mm-hmm. It's the account right below it. You need to fix your formula down here too?
Today's not my day.
It's okay.
What? 20, 25. Okay, holy cow. I put $30 instead of 124.74. So we have 396.29.
Yes. 396.29.
Okay,
Good.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, last account that we have here is going to be delivery income.
There you'll put invoice 103, General Journal 10, credit for $30, and a total credit balance of $90.
Good. Right? This one's easy enough.
You guys there?
Yes. Did you lose internet
Hello?
connection? Okay. Good. Now that we finished, you guys still there? Okay. All right. It was just only Nathan having problems. Okay. Okay. So now that we finished our journal and our ledger, what's the next step?
We would go to the subsidiary ledger and record the, I guess we could do commission expense first.
Okay. We can do commissions first. We delivered to Super A Market.
We put the date and invoice 103. Sale amount was $498.80.
Mm-hmm.
Our 10% would be $49.88.
Good.
So that would bring his total commission to $84.57.
Good. 84.57. So we just took the $34.69 and we added $49.88 to get a total of 84.57 cents. So, I'm creating a running balance instead of just doing an equal sum at the end total, just so, I know how much I owe him at all times. That's all I'm doing here.
And then now we go to customers tab to Super A Market. Gosh. Sold
Okay.
coffee. I don't know. And mugs.
Yeah, you don't have to really do much here unless you want to be very specific on what's the invoice, but remember. Yeah. Right? So invoice number.
103. Journal 10. Our terms were 1%, 10, net 20. And then our discount date is going to be July 1st.
Okay.
And the due date would be July 11th.
July 11th. Good.
And we'll only need to put down the sales at $498.80.
Good. So let's practice that formula one more time.
Equals our sales minus advance pay minus sales returns and allowances minus sales discounts and minus payments.
Good. So they owe us now $498.80. Oh, no worries. We did the commissions. Here you go.
Can you please put your cursor on the 10% cell?
This one?
The 4988. I want to see that formula because for some reason I cannot get it.
Okay, so it's because I use an absolute cell reference.
Yeah.
So there you go. Do you know how to do absolute?
No, if you can show
Okay.
me that, please, because
Yes.
yeah.
So in this case, right, this is what I do. So I obviously want to make sure that my 10% gets rounded to the nearest penny, right? So we equal round, right? Now the formula here is that I want to use this cell here, the 498.80, right? And what I'm doing is I'm going to multiply by this 10% up here. Now, because if I were to not have it as an absolute cell reference, it will take the previous one above it always. It will go down. So that's what relative is. It will move the cells down and calculate downwards. If you want it to be stationary, right? You press on it, okay? And you press your F function 4 key. So F4 function key. And that's going to switch that number into absolutes, which in this case you can't really see it, but I'll go ahead and click on it in a minute. So there you go. So it's putting dollar signs on the cell and the row, meaning this means it's gonna take the 10% always. It's not gonna move anywhere around.
So I don't have an F4 on my keyboard on my laptop. Oh, other
Okay, if not, then you could just put dollar sign E,
between the
dollar
E and
sign.
the 4.
Yes. It has to be one on the row and one on the column.
Four, and then what's after the 4, comma 2?
Comma 2. Because we want the number to be rounded to 2 decimal places. Right?
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So then now it's going to be $4. So that every time you drag that formula all the way down, it will pick up whatever you have on the right and it will lock that 10% in there.
Perfect. And then on the, so if we just transfer that number from the 10% to the total commission, correct?
No, I did. This is also a formula.
Okay.
I just added above one, and then I just added the amount that you get from that 10%.
10%.
So then here, I now owe Albert $84.57. Okay, I figured this would be easier instead of just having a total at the bottom and equal summing.
Got it. Okay. Got it. Thank you very much. I appreciate your patience.
Yeah, of course.
So you didn't get paid for 556, right?
Say that again.
You didn't get paid for the 556.5.
556 point. No, not yet because we haven't delivered to Great Restaurant yet. He hasn't earned his money yet. We can only pay him for what he's earned. You can't pay him in advance for something he hasn't earned yet because what if this customer right here decides to call in and cancels the order? Then we paid him for no reason. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I see my Excel is just putting the number right away. So
Yeah, sometimes Excel will start picking up trends or patterns and they'll just do it for you. They'll calculate for you. So in that case, yeah, you just have to either wait for it or clear it out or, leave it in your window until we finish this filling out this one. So if you haven't done your customers real quick, let's come and view that real quick. Okay. For Super A Market, right? I filled everything in, including the sales and the formula there.
Yeah, I did that part.
Okay. What is next?
It's inventory entry.
Mm-hmm. Oops, wrong one. We sold coffee. Okay. We sold regular coffee and supreme coffee. So in this case, how many pounds of the regular coffee did I sell?
50.
50 pounds.
At what cost?
1.61. Rounding up.
We're not rounding up.
12.609.
Okay. Which my Excel has noticed that I'm going to do this calculation here. So it already filled it in for me. So did everybody get this number? $80.47.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Now that I calculated that, I need to take that out from my inventory because I just sold 50 pounds. So I no longer have 166 and a half anymore. How much do I have left?
116.50.
116.50. It's my new total cost.
187.48.
17.
I don't know. My Excel keep rounding up the numbers. So
Okay, so if that's the case, then it's either.
yeah.
Because you were off by a lot. So in this case, I am all. The numbers that I'm typing in to whether it's the quantity or the total cost, those are not calculated amounts. They're all solid numbers. Okay, so it's not like I take my quantity times my cost per item here to get my total cost. This is, I'm changing my quantity and I'm changing my cost because I'm recalculating my average cost. So I don't know, that could be a possibility. But in this case, go ahead and just manually calculate 267.97 minus the 80.47.
Yeah, that's what I did. Thank you.
And then therefore I recalculated and my amount has changed by 10,000th of a penny.
I have a question.
Huh?
On the cost, cost, I get 1.60940, but my total is the same as your numbers. It's just my cost of item is not, and I have the same digits.
Um, are you also calculating the average cost every single time I do this? Are you doing it with me?
I'm doing it with you, yeah. I'm off by like on the 10 pounds, I have a 40, not a 41. But I got 1609 as a total cost.
Let me see.
For some reason, the cost is different, but my total is the same as yours. I mean, I'm off by almost nothing.
Okay, so are you doing the equal round here? Or are you leaving it in your cells?
Let me see. Can you please put the cursor on the L 13 so I can see the formula? I don't think I'm using
L.
L13, which is the 1.60944.
1.60944. It's just my.
Okay, and when am I supposed to do the equal round?
You're supposed to do the equal round in your cost of goods sold section. If you are cell referencing, it's important that you make sure that you keep very, very close attention to here.
Yeah.
But if you're typing everything in, then you should just be just as fine as well. But especially because I'm cell referencing everything, not just typing one area and then subtracting another. But yes, in this
I'm
case,
self-referencing
so did you
without equal round.
you did not do equal round?
No, I just self-reference.
Okay, so in this case, so yeah, you cannot cell reference this because this, if you did not use equal round, you pull your formula out or you pull this to show all the decimal places, it's actually 16 point something something something, and that's what's causing your numbers here to be a little different because you're not using rounded numbers, you're um, using unrounded numbers, right? If I were to pull my window for this one, all of these are going to be equal rounded numbers. There's nothing going to be behind it. It's all going to be zeros. Okay, so for you, since you didn't round this section here in the cost of goods sold, you're constantly having a unrounded number, and if you're self-reference it, that's causing your total cost to be a little off, and then it's going to cause your formula in the middle to be off as well.
Okay.
So, but then once again, it's whatever you want to do, as long as you're able to keep up and keep track of everything that we're doing in class, is what really matters. Okay. So from here, we should have a total of 116.5 at a 187.50. Okay, with the formula being 1609.44. Okay. And we sold $80.47 worth of regular coffee. So let's go to Supreme Coffee. How many pounds of Supreme Coffee did we sell?
45.
45. And let's take a look. Okay, so we got 45 is what we need to sell. Now let's go ahead and take a look at our batches. Do we have enough to sell 45 pounds in our first batch?
No.
No. So this one is going to be a split cost of goods sold. Okay. So in this case, I'm taking 40, and that means I need to have 5 pounds left to equal 45. So this right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this so then I can make it like a calculated formula here. Okay, so that I know that I have 45 pounds, right? I do the same thing here. I'm going to be adding the total cost here. Now, once again, how much is that one for 40 pounds? It's $1.80, right? Which, if I do my calculations, right, that should give me a total of $72 even. Right off the bat, right? You could either choose to type it in here or calculate it, but I'm just going to calculate it for class purposes. I want to keep consistent. But I know it's going to be $72. Okay. So now, right, if I go up here and edit this information, I don't have any more of that 40. All right. Now I only have left is my 125. All right. And I need to get rid of 5 pounds. So in this case, what is my cost per item going to be for those 5 pounds? Yep, we only have one section left, so that's the only one that we have left. So in this case, equal round 5 times 1.828, comma 2. How much is it going to cost me for 5 pounds? $9.14. Okay. Right. And then with my calculated amount here, so for selling a grand total of 45 pounds for the Supreme coffee, I get a grand total of $81.14, right? I add the 72 plus the 914 to get $81.14. And this is what I have to journalize. I can't do two separate, cost of goods sold for Supreme coffee, having one for one batch and then the other for another batch, right? You might as well just save yourself a journal or save yourself a line by just combining the two. Okay. So now we have to update the last thing here, which is those 5 pounds. Okay, so $9.14 should leave us with 6 cents left. Okay, and we are left with $219.36.
And we're doing that one in the same cell, right? Because it's yeah, first in, first out. Okay.
Yes, first in, first out, yes. Okay. Now we have our total values and updated our inventory. Now let's go ahead and update our journal. Okay. So, how much did it cost me to sell my regular coffee? to sell 50 pounds of coffee, it cost me a total of $80.47. Okay. And my Supreme coffee, for selling 45 pounds, it cost me a total of $81.14. Make sure you change your notes here, because I did not sold to the corner bookstore. I sold to Super A Market. Okay. Invoice number 103. All right, what step is next?
We need to update our general ledger.
Update our ledger. So we got to go to our COGS for regular coffee first.
We sold 50 pounds. In general journal 10. Debit of 80.47 for a grand total of 214.75.
Good. 214.75. How many pounds of the Supreme coffee did I sell?
45. Right, 81.14. Grand total of 234.14.
234.14. Excellent.
Oh, sorry, can you go back to the regular coffee? Was it How much was it again?
The total?
8047. Okay, the amount 8047. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay. Now we all have to do is just update our assets, right? Our inventory. So drop down to your regular coffee. Here we are. How many pounds did I sell?
50.
50 pounds. Okay. And it was for $80.47 that we need to subtract. So what's my total ending balance here?
I got it 187.50.
187.50, which we know matches our inventory worksheet because we calculated this in there. Last but not least, we need to update. We need to update our Supreme coffee. We sold 45 pounds for a total of
21936.
$219.36, which we do know because that's what we sold for our inventory worksheet. That was the ending balance of that one last batch left. Okay. Good. So I'm going to stop here. So when we come back, we're going to continue on with this submission here. Okay. Let me highlight this. All right. So right now it is exactly 10:03. Go ahead and take your 20-minute breaks. I'll give you an extra minute. So 10:24.